Welcome back, everyone. Today I bring you another ranked game, not with this mob this time though. We're back to playing a little bit more normal divisions. This was a very interesting match though as well. And as you can see, I'm playing 20th Pancerna, so still a strong division. Arguably one of the best divisions in the game right now. Oh, not like S tier broken, but like high A tier, or maybe even low S tier. Oh, I would say it's like high A tier. If you go into a tournament environment where you can ban divisions, it kind of becomes S tier. Especially in League where you only have 6 bans, so it oftentimes gets through and then is like one of the best divisions. But anyway, extremely good division. Playing against Second UK, which is still arguably one of the most strongest divisions in the game, in my opinion. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks, but taking away one Challenger Mark II card was important, but it doesn't make the division much worse, actually, because the Challengers were never the thing that made the division strong. They were the thing that made the division just even more broken. So it's just a little bit less broken. It's not actually really that much nerfed. Well, I know it is nerfed, but it's just still very good. And also, if you didn't know, but the Harrier fighter that is in Berlin Command got buffed. This fighter is also in Second UK. So I think I want to run the division now with one card of Phantoms and with one card of Double Vet Harriers, because like Double Vet Harriers are actually pretty good. You get 3 of them. They have like almost 70% accuracy Heat Seekers and 20% ECM. So they're pretty good. But yeah, either way, they also obviously still have their SAS, their infinite amount of rocket helicopters with infantry in them. So yeah, very nice. Very nice division. And on Black Forest, I think it's a pretty equal matchup between the two of us, because he has good areas to fight for, like Anna, where he also gets you very early. And fighting in Boris is a little bit harder for him, because I can get like fire support around here and also around here if I take these areas. But he can still contest it with an infinite amount of ATGMs, and obviously he also has IFVs and ATGM helicopters and air, and then also the few challengers. He also has the, in my opinion, better side with where he gets the sawmill for free. Not for free, but he gets there easier. Yeah, so my idea was to play a little bit more for the open area, because that's kind of the only weakness he has, that he now has less challengers, or, well, he either has less challengers with vet, or he has pretty much the same amount of challengers but no vet. So that's kind of the thing that I wanted to go for. But I also didn't want to leave Anna completely open, because if he takes it, and I just leave it there for him to take completely, I will probably never be able to push into it again. Just because of the combination of the SAS and all the other infantry that he has, so many of that you can just take them all double vet almost. It's just insane. And I still have my Honkers that should be relatively quick to get to the front. So I have one GSR squad going in here. I then want to reposition it into this forest patch. And then I have 2 of the normal Rosp Specialne, the ones without the GSR, but with a better AT and being a foreman squad. One going in here and one going in here, just to... I mean, here I hope that maybe he would drive his SAS down this road and then I could maybe snipe him, though I also didn't know whether I would get there first or not, but, well, we will find out. And here I just wanted to see whether I can get a foothold in this sector, because then even if he contests Anna, I can counter them by contesting Boris, and then we would be kind of equal. And then throughout the game, like my infantry is obviously worse than his, but I should be able to artillery him out of the town then. And again, also then just try to get some fire support around him and encircle him with that. So that was the plan. The 2 recon helicopters, obviously. Also sending one to the sawmill, because sometimes people leave the sawmill open early on, then I can take it. And then it will be harder for him to get back into the sawmill. One command, because you just need one command. Black Forest is a very slow ticking map, so you don't want to fall behind too much in the early game. And then I have 2 Saperzi going into the town 2 Forgoes, 1 in the town and 1 to the right hand side to cover the open field, just in case he has some challengers or warriors driving down here. And then for the open, you can see 1 Rospecialny GSR into this area, and then 1 normal Rospecialny going to this position here. I can then also move it further forward if I see that there's nothing there. And this is all to cover my blob here. So I have a Coup, a Szylka, 2 T-72 M1s, and 1 Piechota Zmek in the BVP1, all going to the far right. And then I want to use them to like slowly push forward down this lane and threaten his back zone, so that he has to reinforce here, so that again, even if he goes into Anna early, he will have to use resources to stop me here, which will give me some breathing room in Anna. So the Me-2 instantly spots the helicopter going into the sawmill, so I know what's going on there. And also helicopters going into Anna, which is kind of bad for me, because then the Rospecialny obviously is completely useless, because the whole idea of them sniping off units early on depends on them being in vehicles. Instantly called it a MiG-21, and luckily get 1 of them killed. I honestly should have left like 20 points or something, so I think it's 30 points that you need. So I could have bought a double MiG-21 in the opener, but well, it's too late now. So yeah, at least I did snipe 1 of the air mobile pioneers in the links, which is very good, because the air mobile pioneers are an extremely strong squad. My Rospecialny here, here, obviously though, is instantly dead because of the rocket helicopters and the double vet infantry. Now the SAS are coming in, and they were driving around the town anyway. So yeah, well done by him, not getting them sniped early on. Do get my foothold in this area though, which is pretty good. And there's like nothing on the right hand side, which makes sense. I mean, I see how much he has in this area, so naturally there has to be some area that he left open. Trying to use the Honkers to do something, though it can't see the helicopters from here because they might be... I don't think they're on low altitude, it's just blocked by the buildings. And it also wasn't able to see the infantry, but I mean, oh well, infantry sniping them. Anyway, I was trying to drive the Scots around, but unfortunately this one drove too close to the air mobiles and got wrecked. And you can see, like, the air mobile is a quad machine gun squad. Those are insane. It's actually not that good if you fight them close range, because they then can't use 2 of their machine guns, but they're still insane. And now air mobile pioneers also just such a good squad. And my Sub-Persi 1v1 close range would win against the air mobiles, but I mean, not if there's an air mobile scout and an SAS there as well. So yeah, I have to retreat them now. So yeah, kind of pretty much what I thought would happen. Pressure in Anna, push this Rospecialny forward to see whether there was something in Boris at all. But yeah, there were 2 SAS, so the Rospecialny got pretty much deleted instantly. Yeah, infantry here is pretty much dead, though I'm trying to keep it alive for later on. Forgo also kind of, I mean, it's threatened, but it hasn't even done anything yet. But my push on the right hand side is kind of free to go. So I'm starting it now. I'll have the Honkers forward. We'll also push the GSR recon squad here forward soon, hopefully at least. Warrior here shooting at my T-72, and I was looking somewhere else. I did notice though last second and turned the right way. That was a close call. Now the T-72s should be able to deal with the Warriors fairly well. Yeah, together with the BVP-1 getting a nice kill. Also now right-clicking the Warriors so they don't accidentally like engage the infantry if they spot it, because I can deal with the infantry later. I need to deal with the ATGMs as soon as I can. That's 2 of them down already, very nice. And now I can just fire support down the infantry all I want. Nothing will prevent me from doing it. Yeah, moving the Rospecialny up with the GSR. Szylka moving up, Coup moving up, because I'm pretty sure that like planes will be coming in soon. Forgo in the town does die finally, sadly though. More reinforcements are coming up. Szylka will be very nice air defense against the helicopters and can also be extremely valuable fire support against the infantry. But, you know, driving it through the town would have been a pretty dumb idea, so I quickly rerouted. Infantry here also loading fairly early. I didn't want them to go too deep into the town, and that was a good idea because there was an SAS sitting right here. So already kind of lucky that he didn't push it just 1 building further forward. because he would have easily sniped one of my squads, if not even two. Those are the ones with the Riz, so they aren't as good, even though they have Riz. Yeah, I'm somewhat of a zoomer myself, you know. I am literally per definition a zoomer, though. I'm not one of those young zoomers. I'm one of the boomer zoomers. But either way, yeah, the Riz is not that good in the town. Yeah, because napalm damage is shit against units and buildings. But two of them together are still like good enough to deal with the SAS, especially if he doesn't micro them. Now on the right hand side, unfortunately, it wasn't really the bombers that were my problem. I mean, the Jaguar actually did good damage, but it was mostly just a blob of ATGM helicopters here that you can't see anymore because they're smoked off. So yeah, the push has kind of failed. It also wasn't the biggest push, obviously. I just kind of pushed in, as I said, to relieve pressure from the center, but losing the T-72 M1 and the BVP-1 was also pushed in way too aggressively. I should have just kept it back for later. But the Szylka is still alive, though. Coop as well, but the Coop is out of ammo. Yeah, so this has failed, which is bad. But I still have a foothold in the town, and I did kill one SAS. I did also keep alive both of the Sapersi, which is very important. Strelatanem has also arrived, so the anti-helicopter AA here is starting to be built up. Though, as you might imagine, or like remember from the last game I played 20 Pancerna, it does struggle a little bit against helicopters if you don't take the manpads. And you don't really want to take the manpads because they're just straight out 2Ms and they're just unbelievable garbage. And the problem with the Szylka and the Strelatanem is that they obviously both can get targeted by ATGMs. The solution to this would be to take the towed AA guns, but I do sometimes take them, but I kind of try to like only take them in divisions that are already bad, because they're kind of still overpowered against infantry, so I don't know, it just feels weird. And now, here, you might have seen a little blue dot. Well, you saw it, I didn't. He snuck an AT squad around my flank. I think it's an air mobile AT squad. They have double law 80 or double Carl Gustavs, I think, or something. So there's now two of them, I think, sitting in my back zone here, which, as you might imagine, is kind of bad. But I did notice the rover here, and obviously I see a rover driving down here. I'm not dumb. I know that there's a squad somewhere here. So I called in a recon helicopter to spot what's going on. I thought that it might just be an infantry command trying to sneak into my back zone and get a sneaky back cap. But luckily I still have 2 recon helicopters left, I think. So quickly call it in, see what it is. And also those recon helicopters, they have quadruple machine guns, so they actually don't even have the worst damage output against infantry squads. So this might even be able to deal with it on its own. So in this case, actually, him having this thing on auto cell kind of fucked him. And now I see him. I see it's a Terrier AT group. Oh yeah, no, I only have one Carl Gustav, but I have 8 ammo for it. Oh, okay, interesting. I thought I had double. If he just would have kept the vehicle back here, I would have never noticed the squad there. But I mean, oh well, so he did the mistake, so it's his fault. Now I'm getting in more infantry support in this area, so I can kind of fight in the town on several fronts so that he can't concentrate all of his forces in one area. One of my squads gets bombed, but I mean, the fire support is still alive, so I'm kind of fine. My MiG-21, also maxed stressed, shoots down his Harrier, his Jaguar HE. Was kind of lucky, honestly. Here's the 2 trucks, by the way, being sold from this zone, but I was so busy microing here against the SAS that I didn't even notice. Oops. Supply truck here has finally arrived, so the Sapersi can get repaired. Yeah, it took me like 10 minutes to repair them, but it was just so much I had to deal with that I just didn't have time to fight them in earlier. And yeah, here I just don't notice those trucks here being killed. Command gets back in to Anna, so he's now about 400 points ahead already, though, so that's pretty bad. Here I did the mistake of bunching up my units way too much, and now they all, well, not all, but 2 of them died to the Harrier. Harrier Jaguar, he has both of them, so yeah, Harrier HE doing a lot of damage. Lynx Rocket being annoying as fuck. Do have the BVR recon tank together with my squads here, but SAS, yeah, they will snipe the BVP2, so most of my fire fire support gone, but it's out of AT ammo, so actually that was good for me, but the Harrier comes in once again and bombs you once again. And I'm buying in AA, but unfortunately the AA is being sniped by the Terrier AT group. And I did call in a recon helicopter for this area. It did find the Terrier group. I didn't notice this in time, now I do notice. But again, I only noticed this one Terrier AT group. I didn't see the other one. So the helicopter here will kill it. I do also call in the Salamander to help with the kill. But I didn't notice the second one. We called in the Dana though, and the second one will be called in soon. Those helicopters have dealt with the Terrier AT group. I didn't see it though, so I'm just going around the area just in case, checking whether it's really dead. Dana got some hits on the SAS there, and my Sapersi are moving forward because I noticed, well, the SAS squad here was low HP, so I decided to just move in while I still can, because you really want to put as much pressure as you can on those SAS squads. Here's Sapersi missing at this range on the Saxon, and then missing again, like, fuck me, man. Did kill one of the SAS though, so that is very important, but missing the Saxon twice here was giga unlucky. So I'm just kind of moving in everything to just finally kill this stupid Saxon. Here, I guess they can use the risk because they're like too close. There's a minimum range. Okay, interesting. SAS now pushing my Sapersis, but the Pichota's mech is in position. Sapersi here missing once again, but they were on super low cohesion, so it is kind of expected. I can live with that. Though I really am pushing hard to finally kill this stupid command. Also, the helicopters here didn't spot him. Like, I guess he was like, again, 5 trees too far in the back, so that the recon helicopter didn't spot him. I have no fucking idea. And the infantry grind is going on, and I obviously can't deal with this because I have to really keep an eye on this fight here and get rid of his SAS to finally kill a Saxon. My Stirlatonem dies, but it was called in together with the Szylkas, so the Szylka does kill the AT squad finally. Though obviously losing 3 AA pieces to the 2 AT squads in the back was really painful, especially after I had already found one and then just didn't see the second one for bullshit reasons. Harrier comes in, but bombs one Pichota's mech squad that was already pretty low HP, so actually not the most valuable kill. Coop misses though, unfortunately, so it does get out. I think I killed another SAS squad, and this SAS squad will most likely die as well. So, you know, overall, yeah, he did get over 500 points ahead, and he did whittle me down quite a bit, but I was able to keep a lot of my infantry alive while I killed most of his, and especially, like, what is it, 4 SAS squads I think have already died? Yeah, must have been like 3 or 4 because there's 2 here. So, I'm honestly kind of fine with that. His helicopters are still annoying, but not the worst. So called in my own helicopter finally to deal with the fire support he had here. It's not like the most insane fire support, but it was just annoying, and my infantry was constantly not able to kill it. Szylka has actually vetted up because it was doing a lot of damage against the helicopters, and it also did kill a few of them, so it's not like it didn't do anything. Fago also being called in again. Now that I have control of this town, I want obviously to keep him out of there. But next objective for me will be to get a point lead myself. Now, as I said, I kind of never go for the sawmill in this matchup, meaning on this side of the map, if I play it. I don't know, I just never feel like it's worth it. I guess if you attack at the same time from here and from here, it can work. But it's just, I don't know, I just think the fighter is always awkward. So I kind of always go for the open area, unless if I'm fighting an infantry division, or playing an infantry division, I guess. But other than that, yeah, just fighting for this area and then trying to get into Boris and kind of establish a front line here. And then pushing them further out of Boris. And also, the thing is, if I take this area, sorry, I can push into his +2 sector in the back. If I take the sawmill, yeah, cool, I have the sawmill, but that doesn't really give me that much. Because that's like, this is always just like dead space. It's kind of nice for flanking, I guess, but it also then takes forever, and I'm just not a big fan. So yeah, you can see that why I'm already preparing a push here. Do have 2 BVP2s here. Yeah, more reinforcements are already on the way. I also have 2 Danas already, so my artillery is in position. This time, hopefully, also will be more effective than the last time I played it. And I still have the GSR squad here in the front, providing some very nice recon information, and 1 T-72. So this can then also still activate once I start fighting for this area. And I mean, I already have control over this corner, so I can just shove in a command there. I kind of didn't want to use the BVP-1 here, because he can get back into the town pretty much any time. He can do the wooden box strat that I also like to use and go through here, which is why I like the other side a lot more, because you just have this like angle of attack on Anna, which is very, very powerful, while I don't really see a similar powerful angle of attack from my side, I think. Though I might be wrong, like, I'm not the biggest Black Forest expert, it's just, that's how I feel. As Ammo or Pioneer are kind of weirdly trying to get into this position without any fire support, so I think there's another one there, but one of them is now dead. And yeah, those triple machine gun squads, getting rid of them is very important, just like it is to get rid of those quadruple machine gun recon squads that is. And they have been buffed recently, by the way, in the last patch. I don't know, I just don't understand why 2nd UK keeps getting buffed. It's... every time I'm just left speechless. The Division is already one of the best in the game, it has been forever, and it just keeps getting buffed. I don't get it. But, well... it is what it is. The problem is obviously that in this division I only have slow commands, so it takes like forever for them to get to the front. You can see the T-72 M1 command has already been bought in, but it will take forever to get there. Helicopters here in the back still have been forgotten about, because there's just been so much going on the front line. I didn't even have time to think about those. But yeah, it kind of... The fighting died down, and as I always say, that's always a little bit of a bad sign, because that means that your enemy is bunching up the forces somewhere. And especially with 2nd UK and all of their helicopters, it can be very painful, because they're very maneuverable and very fast to engage. It's not as dangerous anymore, because I have a pretty good AA net built up now, with Szylkas and Strelatinems, even though I have lost like a lot of them already, but it's still fine. But the problem is that he can then also obviously do a heavy push with IAVs and tanks. So yeah, we'll have to prepare for everything. Spot the SAS here shortly, do some good damage against them. But yeah, that's kind of why I'm also not overextending anywhere. I don't want to like move the infantry out of the town here, because I'm pretty sure that he will start pushing in here at some point again. And I don't want to be caught off guard, because it's the same problem as I said before. If I lose the town, I will never be able to regain it. If I lose it completely, I mean. Artillery spots some units back there together with the Saxon. I thought, I mean, if I get the Saxon, that's at least something. If I get the infantry together with them, that's even better. But the thing is, I don't want my artillery to be sitting around all the time, not doing anything. Don't know why this Dana took so much longer to aim than the other one. That's a bit weird. Doesn't it have like a turret? Yeah, what? Shouldn't it just be able to move its turret instead of having to move the whole vehicle? Oh well. It is what it is. So I think I only did get the Saxon. But oh well. It's still a pretty valuable vehicle because it has smoke. And smoke is pretty strong. So yeah, here a tracked rapier just kind of drives down here, unsupported. I was very confused by that, not gonna lie. Forgo hits, also very good. I mean, I understand that he wanted to counter the helicopters, but why did he drive it in without any support? And I also saw some fire support or like some IVs in this area, but I was under the assumption that you can't drive down the hill here because it's like, it's pretty steep. So I didn't worry too much about them. Now it's bought in a Mars and tries to counter battery my artillery, but yeah, I always move my artillery. So obviously it just goes completely into an empty space. And I was very happy with that, because it means that he bought like 300 points worth of artillery. He's also not even splitting his barrage, wasting a whole barrage on literally nothing. Yeah, he did get one little hit on the BVP-1, and that's it. I'm super happy with that. I mean, that's over a minute's worth of income that he just literally wasted for nothing. I'm perfectly fine with that. So yeah, more fire support also coming in. I did capture Boris, and I'm at a +2 tick now. And again, I don't want to overextend, because also he just has so many helicopters. And he also brings in the Milan 2s and the ATGM helicopters, which I do as well. So that's definitely the right thing to do, because obviously I'm the best player in WARNO. They aren't super good, they only have toes, but it's just extra ATGMs that will annoy your enemy. And that's kind of how you play Second UK. You just have a bunch of shit that's is not insanely good, but it's good. The Fito is a little bit of a throw. I still think that thing is completely useless. For 100 points, yeah, that's 10 ECM. You get half the availability of the normal links. Hell Arm. I don't get it. If you don't know, it has like a top attack pattern, which means it will always do the same damage, and it doesn't even one-shot heavy tanks. Yeah, sure, it does a lot of damage, but the Link's Hell Arm can get side shots and then one-shot heavy tanks. He goes in for a good bombing run on my BVP Qs, but it's BVP Qs, it's not even my T72s, and I have a pretty good AA net set up here now, so yeah, he just dies. No idea what that was about. Also, those are the worst Harriers, so I don't think they're really worth it. Those aren't like the ones in second Panzer Grenadier where they have 4 or 500 kilogram bombs. They have only 2. They have heat seekers as well, but that doesn't really make it that much better. And you only get 2 per card, so yeah, the card is now already completely dead. So that was completely wasted. I am starting to push now because like there was literally nothing happening forever now, and I thought, okay, look, fuck that, I need to do something, and maybe get full control over the sector as well. That would be at least good. And as I said in the beginning, then also, or like I didn't say it in the beginning, I did say it later in the video. Then also be able to push in to Dimitri, his back zone, which are the only +2 zones on the map. So very important to get back in there. He is now smoking into the town, which obviously now indicated to me that he will start attacking into the town once again. Though I'm still buying in more reinforcements to this area because I only have like 1 infantry squad here, and it might surprise you, but it is really not that much. I do put my howitzers on counter battery though. I'm pretty sure Second UK doesn't even get any mechanized mortars; they only have infantry mortars, so I thought the chances of me counter batterying him here would be pretty good. I do still have both of my Mi-24s here, a bunch of infantry in the town, Szylkas for some fire support if I need to, also the Mi-2 here as well, so I did feel kind of okay. But then I found out that apparently you can actually walk down here, or well, there's like one spot here where vehicles can drive down, and so he was actually able to drive down with his warriors here. Which was a little bit annoying, because I didn't expect that at all. Calling him a MiG-21s to kind of just suicide themselves into the rocket helicopters. If I lose them, it's like whatever. Because I had killed off 2 Harriers and at least 1 Jaguar AG already, so I don't fear his bombers as much. I also have a good ground AA network, so I just need to get rid of the helicopters as best as I can. Kill 2 of them, lose 2 MiG-21s, which is not the best trade, but as I said, I was kind of willing to do a bad trade in this case. His Phantoms now dive in, get one of the Mi-24s, but fly over my AA net, so they should die. Hopefully, maybe. Yeah, the triple Szylka really wrecked him, Jesus Christ. And here, now with all the fire support, with the warriors and the foxes, he is getting a way into the town now. He was also very nicely smoking off my ATGMs. And my helicopters are at least damaged or down. Sorry, by the way, if there's some loud sounds outside, but yeah, we live next to a hospital, so sometimes there's a helicopter flying around. But the weekend was pretty hot and I want some fresh air to come in. So yeah, he's getting into the town slowly but surely, and he has been contesting this area again. By the way, he also tried to counter battery me once again, but yeah, I moved as always, so it didn't do anything. So yeah, he's contesting here for now. I am trying to move in with my infantry, but there's once again a little bit too much fire support here. So my infantry isn't getting through, and the new infantry wave hasn't still arrived. I was still pushing in aggressively to again relieve stress or like pressure from the town. That was the idea here. Still not doing a good job, but will most likely die against the Fox and the Warrior. Yeah, Fox and Warrior together will definitely smack it. Lynx AH1 just flying into the Szylka. That's just a transport. Lynx doesn't even have anything good. Did the Challenger here get side shot by the T-72? I mean, probably it took damage from somewhere, right? So that's nice. And yeah, the helicopters, like, look at how many helicopters he has. And he hasn't even taken the Gazelle rocket card yet, by the way. which he hopefully also has in his deck, because everything else would be a little bit weird. But it's just, it's so insane, and they all come with infantry in them. So sure, like the counterpoint to that is obviously that yeah, they're expensive, sure, but you get them for free activation point wise, which makes this division so insane. It's so much shit. Oh, Szylkas missing a whole volley there almost on the Lynx rocket. Okay, finally hitting again. Has now vetted up to max vet. 45% accuracy. Fuck yeah. Also, I don't know what he was doing here, just flying it in against my Me-2 that also has an autocannon. Yeah, no idea. MiG-21 came in to kill the helicopters, but they're already all dead. Yeah, luckily it doesn't get killed and only retreated. Danas were artillerying something here. I guess it was an infantry squad, but not sure if they even hit anything. T-55AS was called in to provide artillery support, but is now fighting the warrior and missing. Nice. Fago, maybe might get a kill. Oh, nice, yes. But it's out of ammo now. But this Fago might get a kill on this warrior if it hits. Nice. Very well done. And yeah, infantry in the town is now really running low, but you can see I have just a big bunch of units arriving here. Spotted Milan here, I think, so I put my artillery on it. Challenger is still in the forest there. Gets a nasty sight shot on my T-72 M1, but I do manage to smoke it off before it gets to shoot again. Milan 2 getting a nasty shot on my T-72 M1. 2 on the front armor, but still does a lot of damage because it's a Milan 2. But artillery and the T-72 finish it off. I then also remember that, oh wait, I have a T-72 M1 sitting in the back there. Infantry is kind of just moving over the open onto him. Harrier and a Jaguar HE coming in, getting a good bombing run on the T-72, but once again, my ANet is set up so good that there's just no chance for him to do anything. Other than that, Challenger Mark II dies. Infantry just Zerg rushing him. That's the thing. I knew that all of his rocket helicopters were here. They also have already all died, but I knew that they were all there, so there wasn't much fire support in here. Now comes in with the Mars into this area. I mean, that's a better usage than using that against my artillery that I was moving all the time anyway, but I don't think it will get done a lot. Either way, it does kill one of the BVRs. That's annoying, especially now that there are only 4 per card. That's a lot more painful than before when there were 6 per card. You could really spam them like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, now I spot his like last stand with the air mobile leader and the air mobile scouts, and they stand absolutely no chance. He still has control over his half of the town. My new infantry has arrived, though I'm waiting for more supplies to get in position so that I can repair my Saperzi. Also, the units here were trying to move around the flank and get some damage done, but to get shot at in return. I think they did get something killed. Yeah, Fox died. I don't here. Yeah, the Fox died. Fox there also died. Now with the artillery and the infantry and the BVP ones, I do finally get rid of his air mobile command here in the back, and that's where he surrenders. So, it was a pretty painful game early on. He played very well aggressively, but then just stay calm and grind your way back into it. With 20 Pancerns, you have a pretty good chance of getting back, even against the insane helicopter spam. Yeah, good KD as well. And he surrendered because like there was just no way for him to now get back into Boris, and that would also mean that I could cut off Anna for him, and then it would just be over. And with him also losing all of his rocket helicopters, like they're 6 HP, they're not like throwaway rocket helicopters like the Gazelles. They're actually pretty good. So you want to keep them alive. MiG-21, the Air Mobile Pioneer snipe early on was pretty helpful. Then also killing a Jaguar HE, like this is a very good kill list for a MiG-21, honestly. And his early helicopter opener was just such a perfect counter to my Rospecianie. That was very well done by him. Annoyingly well done by him, I would even say. This BVP-1, absolute hero, killing a warrior and a fox, very nice. This T-72 M1 did get a few kills, but this attack early on really didn't work out as I wanted to, so I had to retreat it. But this Szylkas, Jesus fucking Christ, like this got so many kills. Like look at this SAS, only 2 Lynx rockets, but then also 2 Lynx transports, 1 Gazelle transport, The Puma supply, also a good kill, even if it's empty, it's still worth a lot of points that he doesn't get back. I guess this Airmobile Pioneer was also sniped in the Lynx rocket, so just this was doing insane amounts of damage to him. This one as well, again, sniping 2 of the transport helicopters, and they're still worth, I think, like, I don't remember, something between 30 and 40 points, I think. So not being able to sell them off is pretty painful. And then also the Fito and the Harrier. Seferzi did well in the town. I did try to micro them as well as I can. While at the same time trying to not lose my whole army in my backline, which turned out to be harder than you might imagine. But yeah, that was really well done by me in the town. And that's also, the British infantry is extremely good, but if you have them in the town and let them engage one by one against actual close-range infantry, they will lose. You then still have to micro them well and have fire support together with them to help against those squads. Which, yeah, he didn't do too well, and then also the SAS all dying in the town was really painful on his side. The Danas overall did do a good job. I mean, this one here killed 2 SAS, the 2 Airmobile Scouts, Airmobiles, a supply truck, and then just a normal truck, whatever. But I mean, this is a pretty good kills for a Dana, actually. The other one counter-batteried both of the mortars, and then also 1 Lynx somewhere, I guess. So yeah, artillery overall, this game did do well. Again, the Szylka, this was the one that sniped the Terrier T group in the back that was sniping my AA all the time. 2 more Lynx rockets and the Phyto, and I mean that's already the Phyto card gone because you only get 2 of them. I don't get it. Why would you take half the helicopters for more or less the same or even worse performance? I don't understand it. Yeah, the Mi-24, as always, didn't perform too well for me. Oh, well, this one did do well, though. Never mind. Foucault sniping 2 tracked rapiers. Nice. Coop then getting all his planes. Yeah, then later on trying to still air spam me when I had like the Giga AA net set up was the completely wrong thing to do. And then also targeting a BVP2 with double Harrier. Like, that just makes no sense. Also, in general, as I said, I don't think the Harrier HE makes too much sense because it's not too good with only 2 500-kilogram bombs. Finally, a T-72 doing something again. You might have forgotten, but the 20th Pancerns is actually a T-72 division. That's kind of a thing of the div. Not very surprisingly, not getting too many kills because most of the work was done by the infantry and the artillery and the AA. I think that's, yeah. Here the Strelton also getting another Airmobile Scout sniped in the helicopter was definitely nice, and the BVP-1 here was just insane. Look at this Saxon with the Airmobile in it, Challenger, a Fox, and the leader. I think it went up to max veterancy after the Challenger kill already. And yeah, that's it. On his side, SAS didn't really perform too well. Like, I mean, this kill list for an SAS is really not that great. 2 recon helicopters is nice, definitely, but then a Honker and a Pichota's mech on top is like, it's okay. This one especially, only a recon helicopter and a Scott 2. Oof. And this one, Scott 2 and a BVP-2. I'm pretty sure that's literally worth less than the SAS itself. So yeah, here the Phyto, I mean, it did kill the T-72 M1, but this one was already damaged, that's why it killed it. And look at this Jaguar HE, like it got 1 BVP-1 and a Pichota's mech. That's horrible for the Jaguar HE2. This one should be a delete machine. Harrier, I mean, overall, they did get, honestly, more kills than I would have expected from them. But, yeah, they did still die then fairly early on. And Terror HE group did kill less units than I imagined them to kill. Like, only 2 Strelton M's and a ZSU Szylka. But obviously for those very cheap squads, that's still pretty good. So also, yeah, very nice done, very nicely done by him with the backline action. I can respect it. But next time, don't put your trucks on autosell because good players will notice it. Like a good player would have noticed both of those flanks. I only noticed one of them. And he also did buy in the 107, 175mm artillery, and I think he only bought in one of those. And look at this, it even got a good value. Imagine if he wouldn't have bought in the Mars and instead bought in 2 of the M107s instantly and used them for a longer amount of time instead of buying the Mars and then just wasting it twice on my moving artillery. That was, especially after the first time, when you count a battery and you see your enemy is moving, like, don't just try it again. Because your enemy is most likely moving just the same as he did before. Once, okay, but wasting it twice is horrible. This Tracked Rapier actually killed all of my Salamandras. Sedge. And the Mi-24. But other than that, yeah, it's nothing really performed too well for him. And yeah, look at this other Jaguar 82 also gets 2072M and then does nothing else for the whole game. And the M270 did get a BVR 1 and a Honker. So, hey, yippee. 300 points, I think, still. So, yeah, interesting game against Second UK. Still one of the most broken divisions in the game, just like 20th Pancerns. Yeah, let's see. Next game might actually be the top game that I promised you. Hopefully, if my enemy doesn't forget about it. Because I was supposed to play against Pro Comi, but I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck is Pro Comi's problem. But he just like, yeah, let's play, and then he just doesn't turn up, and then he writes it like 2 days later, when can we play, and just then goes to for like a month again. I have no idea what's going on in this man's life, but it's not my problem. So I will be playing against Bloody Knight, and hopefully I will not shit the bed completely. I will give my best. But anyway, hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this one. But until next time, have a beautiful day, and bye-bye.